come on the afternoon news on AM 800. Thousands of graphic abortion flyers have been dropped off in Windsor mailboxes, and homeowners are upset. We'll hear from one resident and from the group that is trying to make a point.
But the photos just stood out, and I mean, that's all you're really seeing is the photos, right? It kind of takes away from everything else, reading the other material.
Mackenzie says the envelope did have a warning about the content not being suitable for children.
The group behind Gruesome Postcards says they sent out 5,000 of them across Windsor. A spokesperson for Show the Truth, Isaac Longworth, admits the photos are disturbing, and being angry, he says, is understandable.
Even if it causes some anger, it causes people to think, and in the end, that's our goal, is to try and change hearts and minds from pro-choice to pro-life.
Longworth says people should direct their anger at the act of abortion, not the photos.
Welcome back to the afternoon news on AM 800. I'm Kathy McMahon. A group behind some gruesome postcards that were delivered to Windsor households is asking people to direct their anger at the issue and not them. 5,000 Windsor households received an envelope that stated, "Warning, content not suitable for children." Inside were graphic photos of fetuses in various stages. South Walkerville resident Mark Mackenzie was outraged.
We received it last night. I got the mail about 6 or 6:30 last night. I saw the Enwin bill, and then I saw that envelope, and it said, danger on the front. So it's kind of like, what's this? And opened it up and just kind of threw it down. Like I didn't even know what it was. I was shocked when I saw the graphic images. And my wife actually, she came over and picked it up, and she was very, very upset by the images on the postcard.
It does say warning, content not suitable for children. So it does give you kind of that heads up. Did that help kind of prepare you for what was inside the envelope?
Not really. And I mean, the first thing I thought was, luckily my son's only 2 years old and isn't opening the mailbox. But I was like, if he was a little bit older, 7 or 8, he might, open the mailbox or something. And any kid who sees warning, not suitable for children is obviously going to open it up. Cause they're, so that was, I mean, I was just happy that, my son didn't have to see that. But I can just imagine, other kids are coming home from school, opening the mailbox and seeing that. Any kid, I think, who sees warning or danger, graphic images is going to open it up. As a kid is curious, I know if I was a child and I saw that, I would probably open it up and then be horrified once I saw what it was.
And I take it your neighbors received the same envelope?
Yeah, I actually, I was talking to the neighbor on my way into work last night, and he said his wife had received it, and she was mortified by it. And then I sent a text to our neighbor next door, and she had received it as well. And my parents live maybe about 8 blocks away in South Walkerville, and they said they had gotten it as well. So I assume, at least everybody in South Walkerville got it. Actually, I saw a post on Facebook as well from a mother who had received it and was, very upset by it. And she said it looked like it was 2 male individuals who were going door to door and putting these in the mailboxes.
So, Mark, regardless of your views on abortion, what are your thoughts about this type of campaign?
I think there's a better way to get it across. I don't think going door to door and putting those in mailboxes is the best way to get your point across. I think there'd be better ways to do it, whether it's a radio ad or something along those lines where you're not seeing these graphic images and maybe just kind of explaining your views better. I think dropping a postcard with graphic images in the mailbox isn't the most ideal way to get your point across.
The group behind the gruesome photos of the postcards that were delivered to 5,000 Windsor households is called Show the Truth. Spokesperson is Isaac Longworth.
There was 5,000 postcards delivered to various neighborhoods across the city. We had a team of about 12 people that were distributing them, and it was all in the same area.
Talk to me a little bit about the contents of those postcards.
Right. So the postcards show on the front is a picture of a 10-week-old aborted fetus with the slogan, "Abortion is a human rights violation." On the back is a picture of a 7-week-old living fetus and a picture of a 20-week-old abortion. And then on the back is information explaining why abortion is a human rights violation, because it terminates the life of a living, developing preborn child. And it explains the stats and rates of abortions in Canada, how it happens about 300 times a day. And it encourages people to think about the issue and to get more involved and to start ending the injustice of abortion.
I'm going to be honest with you, Isaac. I had a tough time looking at the postcards.
Yes, I agree. The pictures are completely disturbing. They're very shocking. They're very horrifying. But that's because abortion is shocking. Abortion is disturbing. And I agree with you that I myself get very angry. I get very upset by looking at these pictures. But that's because the act of abortion is so atrocious. It dismembers a living human being. And so a picture of a child that has been torn limb from limb through the act of abortion is going to be horrifying, but we should direct our anger towards the act itself instead of just pictures of it.
There were people who received the postcard who were very upset by it, also worried that their child may see it even though there's a warning on it, and you know how if a child sees warning, not suitable for children, they're probably more adapt or more apt to open it. Mm-hmm. How do you respond to those concerns, Isaac?
Well, I think it's a very natural response for people to be angry. Like I said, we should be angry. And I would tell them that which is worse, to see the picture of an action or to see or to be angry at the action that caused that picture to be taken in the first place. With regards to the possibility of children seeing it, like you mentioned, we did enclose all of them in envelopes that said warning, content not suitable for children, because we do want it to fall into the hands of our targeted audience, which is teens and adults. But in the case that children do see it, again, we tried as best as we could to make sure it falls into the right hands. But if it does happen that children do see it, our philosophy is that the right of the preborn child, who we're showing in our pictures, to not be dismembered, to not be brutally killed, supersedes the rights of anyone, including children, to not feel offended, to not feel shocked.
Again, that is Isaac Longworth with the group Show the Truth, with which distributed 5,000 flyers showing graphic photos of fetuses.